Hello everyone, welcome to Australian Book Travels, where once again we travel to an Australian country town looking for all things related to books. This week we visit the small town of Barnawatha, located at the foot of Mount Lady Franklin, approximately 300 kilometres northeast of Melbourne and around 260 kilometres northeast of Bendigo on the banks of the Indigo Creek. With an average yearly rainfall of 560 millimetres and a population of just under 1,000. Barnawatha falls within the local government municipality of Indigo Shire Council. Barnawatha sits on the land of the Darura Wavarou, a tribe of the Yorta Yorta people who are the traditional owners of the district. Barnawatha, Barnawutha, or Baranatha, as it has been pronounced in times past, is given to mean a deaf or dumb blackfellow, or long reeds, as in river reeds. We prefer the latter definition for obvious reasons, but either are given in Barnawatha's history. William and Gustav Baumgarten were large landowners in the area prior to European settlement. William Baumgarten served time in prison for his part in receiving stolen horses from the notorious, infamous and famous Australian bushranger Ned Kelly, after which he developed a large winery on the Murray River and named it Bogong. After this, the area was then surveyed by Assistant Surveyor William Snell Chauncey in 1857, and so then the township of Barnawatha settled in 1860. Although gold was never found in or around the town, it prospered and developed on the proceeds of the gold rush occurring in the surrounding areas. It was predominantly a pastoral town and district, supplying equipment and food to the gold diggers. The town today is unrecognisable from its origins over 160 years ago, for by 1859 it boasted 2 hotels, multiple shops and businesses, a Catholic church and school, an Anglican church, public hall, a flour mill, a butchery and a creamery and dairy. At this time, successful businesswomen became a feature of Barnawatha, what with the first licensee of the railway hotel being one Mrs. de Mamil, and grape owner Mrs. Sarah Fisher, one of 16 grape growers in the area. In this footage, Cheesley's bootmaker shop now sits derelict on the banks of Indigo Creek, a reminder of Barnawatha's more prosperous and livelier time. By 1873, the North Eastern Railway had connected the town to the busy river trade and other Victorian towns and ports. The town was so busy and prosperous, it was predicted that further progress would be made by the introduction of theatres and stockyards in the town. Alas, these progressive steps were never realised due to war and economic downturn. At around this time, the area also grew wheat, figs and prunes in abundance. The town hosted horse races, tennis matches and rifle teams. By 1952, the Country Women's Association had formed a branch in Barnawatha, which is still active today. Ngunnawatha today is the gateway to stunning bushwalks through Mount Pilot National Park, comprising of an astounding 21,500 hectares of bushland. There are also a number of accommodation facilities, a golf club, fishing club, football and netball clubs, a general store and post office, and the pub, where a good meal and refreshments can be sought. And happily, we found a street-free library, which was most important. In order to keep any town's history alive in the minds of inhabitants and visitors, and to encourage a stabilisation, if not a progression of the town for future generations, visiting and talking about these wonderful country towns that are unique to Australia is paramount. So if you are travelling in, through or around the area, please drop in, stay for a meal or a drink, chat to the locals, visit their historic buildings and be amazed at their incredible history, flora and wildlife. Until our next town visit, discovery of a library or bookshop, and a further reveal of Australia's amazing dual cultural history, we say happy reading, safe travels, see you next video, bye for now.